Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Happiest of New Years. My best friend in stocks, options, and dividends. Happy New Year to you. It is Tuesday, January 2, 20 and the 24 on the Mayan calendar. It is 11:10 a.m. here on the Swatch Watch. You know where I'm located. The farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. What do we see now? 1901. That's a new world record. That is a new record for us. So let's jot it down. 1.901. 1, 2. So we like to see that. Very unexciting as far as the options expiring this week are right now because we only have two on the board. Enovix 1350 calls doing just fine at 92% profit. The downside to that statement is that Enovix is currently at 1253, so it is a little in the green today, up 0.08%. I'd love to see Enovix hovering more around that number because why? Well, let's look. Enovix, we are in at, drumroll please, 1319. So we're taking gas on it to the tune of $335 in our 500 share position. Not a huge deal there, but I certainly want to see those calls pressured sooner than later. We have the USO, which is the United States Oil ETF, $64 puts. They were under pressure earlier. Doesn't mean the pressure will be off this week. Oil been very difficult to read over the past couple of weeks, so we'll talk a little bit more about that. So that's it for this week on the board currently, and so those USOs are up almost $1,000 and 85% profit because we did put those on a couple weeks ago. So we had a nice amount of theta packed in there that's been decaying nicely into our favor. So let's start with, I didn't do a video on Friday. Shame on you. But I did a little bit of action on Friday. Let's move the big head out of the way. So Friday I did buy 500 shares of I bought 700 shares of ExxonMobil at 99.65. So that is currently looking pretty nice because ExxonMobil is trading at 102.59. And then I bought 500 shares of USO at 66.73, which that is currently underwater because USO is at 66.15. And then I bought 1,000 shares of UCO, which is a 2 times bull for US oil. So that is underwater as well, currently at 25.81. Excuse me. Probably still ramifications from Sunday night party at my brother's house till I said, we're leaving at 12:05. I want to get some sleep. And we got home a little after 3. So we had that going for us. Had a wonderful time. And Packers won. Hopefully you watched that. They beat up on Minnesota. I had a three pick parlay on that game. I had the Packers +1. I had the over at 42.5, and I had AJ Dillon at 22.5 yards or more, all on one bet slip, and all 3 hit. In fact, the over was 40, or the total score was 43. So I won the over by 0.5. And AJ Dillon had 27 yards, and I had the 22.5 and over. So had that going for me on New Year's Eve. Saturday, though, was kind of cool as well. We went to a gun, like an introductory gun defense course, and I've never fired a real gun in my life until Saturday. So it was a 5-hour class, 4.5 hours of which was classroom and then a half hour of bang, bang, bang. So I finally got to shoot a real gun. It was a 9mm, I don't know, SIG something or other. SIG Sauer, does that sound right? Oh, the first shot kind of scared me. Wait a minute, wasn't ready for that. But then the final shots were all like basically kill shots. So me and Kid 3 were both like our paper targets were just lit up, and then Sparkle, our lady shoots a lot, and Kid 1, they both got scared too, so their shots were like kind of all scattered across the page. So we still don't own a gun, but I'm considering it. I don't know, just for like some sort of a secure safety. You never know. I don't know. All your friends would try to talk you into it. I have a lot of gun owning friends. So I'll keep you posted on that. And so today, where were you? Were you just talking about what you should be talking about? Stocks, options, and dividends? Indeed. In fact, I do have December's numbers are in as far as options premium, dividends collected, and interest. I'll talk about that in the next video, as well as a year, my full year, first full year ever, 2023. Got a recap spreadsheet that I finished up this morning on that. But I wanted to share what went on Friday before moving on into what already went on today. We had the roll AbbVie, which would have been expiring this week. So I already rolled it because I was way down in my whiskey. So I did roll it up and out from 145 to 150, but I had to go all the way out to 9. I didn't have to go all the way out to 920, but I thought that's probably going to be safe for a couple of reasons. One, I collected $2,107 in premium, which was nice. And then I also will hopefully lock in a couple more dividend payments as well. So then we did get back into USO, 500 shares at 65.98. So that particular trade today looking decent, but that levels out or helps level out my position in USO. And let's see, speaking on that position, let's take a look to see what that gives my cost basis now. So now it's down to 66.36 between the 500 shares I bought Friday and the 500 shares I bought today. So I'm $151 down in that position. But I'm not very confident because oil has been difficult to read, but I'm confident just in general in U.S. oil, as I'm sure you are. And then as far as the ExxonMobil position is now up to 3,000 shares, and we moved our cost basis down on that 700 share purchase Friday. So we had 2,300 shares, bought 700 more to equal 3,000, and now our cost basis is 101.22. And it's currently trading at 102.66, which is nice. It's had a nice little run today, up 2.68%, even though oil is just down a little bit on the day. So we're up 43.30 on that position total, with today's return being over 8,000, which doesn't really count because that means we were way down on our whiskey total on that position. That's what we got going on there. Let's take a look over here. So here's the USO. What is this? This is supposed to be one day, but it's basically ending Friday here. And then it shot up this morning, as you can see. It went all the way up to 67.55. And then now it's down all the way currently at 66.10. And as you saw, I bought at 65.98 today, and it was even lower. It got down to maybe as low as this. It was down. It's not showing it here exactly how low it was, but it was down to about 65.94 was the lowest I saw it today. So again, it's been very difficult to read. So when I have more confidence in what I think oil is going to be doing, I'll let you know. Obviously, I put some money on the board thinking that we should be bottoming here again, but how many times do we have to say that? So let's go out and take a look, though. Let's go 3 months just to take a look. 3 months out. This is a daily. So we had that high in October, and then we had that low, right, in December. And I remember that low distinctly because I was in Marco Island, Florida, and I made a nice purchase on EOG and on Chevron, both of which I've exited those positions, but I did lock in some nice dividends, etc. Then we had that recent high, which was short-lived. It shot up to about $71, and then it's been back down, with today being the lowest I've seen it since then, which was in the 65.90s. So it's meandering. How long will it meander? Well, we won't know until it gives a clearer picture. Can it be affected by market news? Absolutely. We got some action brewing in the Red Sea, as you know, which could easily affect oil prices. But overall market sentiment is still fairly flat to negative, as you have witnessed with me and directly. So we'll keep an eye on it. I'm still bullish overall with oil for sure. Yeah, ExxonMobil doing real good. Trying to threaten 103. That'd be nice. And speaking of ExxonMobil, there it is right there. Let's take a look at its current picture. It's at 102.70 today. Got up all the way to, this is not accurate as to what that says it got up to. But it's up good today. And that's why I bought it on Friday, because I just felt ExxonMobil hadn't moved the same way the other oil stocks had moved. So I thought maybe it was a bit oversold still. So we went in on ExxonMobil, and we'll just watch that position. I may cash out depending on what oil tells me in the next couple of days. Hopefully I'll be able to hold on and it rockets back up, because I want to see 110 plus on Exxon within the next couple of months. But we don't know. How about Uncle Russ? Well, this is the IWM, the ETF that hunts and tracks Uncle Russ. And we talked about holding that 200 position. 201 was really kind of the number we were looking at holding. It did dip below that. So that was a red flag as to, was it going to go directly down to that 105 or 195, 196 we were talking about? Or is it going to hold and then go up to that 206, 207 before taking another move down, which would be like a wave 4 down into the 196 range and then going back up to 210, 215? We will see. We are tracking that diligently. So I do not have any trades on regarding IWM at this moment, but I will keep watching it and letting you know the position that I will take, because I've been also enjoying the different 2 times and 3 times either bullish or bearish positions on ETFs regarding Uncle Russ as well. So that is that. Let me look at TLT real quick over on the big board. TLT making a move that we were looking for it to make. It didn't go down as low as I'm still looking for an entry around 95. It got down to what, 90? It got into the 97s earlier today, but it's back up to 98.26. So we'll, I'll keep watching it patiently. I'd love to enter at 96 or below and then watch it run to 110, 120 this year, which it should do based on what, rates are going to do. Rates are supposed to go down. They're likely going to go down, which will help out the 20-year Treasury bond ETF. Correct? Yes, that is correct, because it makes it more desirable. Because right now you can just have your money in the bank, or I shouldn't say any bank, but in a settlement account like I do at Robinhood and also at Vanguard, where I'm collecting 5%. Not quite 5% in Vanguard, but real close. Gold, GLD ETFs are currently at 191.24. We're looking for a 189 handle to consider an entry. GDX, which is a gold miner, at 30.84 right now, looking to be below 30.50 on an entry. SLV silver currently at 21.72. What did it get down to? Yeah, we're looking at 21.50 maybe before we consider an entry there, but we're watching it because we're very bullish with gold, silver, TLT, and oil. So far, so good, but all of those have been difficult to read lately, and I think it's just because of the Santa Claus rally. Let's let it play out the next few days to see what's going to go on. I would assume at this point, now that we're into a new year, you're going to see some positions come off, and that's probably a little bit of what's going on today. Although the NASDAQ has come off the day lows by a decent amount, still down 200 points though. So you're people locking in some profits, and didn't want to do that into 2023 because they didn't want a tax event. At least that's my newbie assumption. Okay. All right. So that's the update. The next update will be December's spreadsheet with regard to trades, premium, dividends, because it was my best month ever in dividends. Hello. And so it's like, speaking of that, one of the reasons I'm up here is not just because of the blind squirrel, but because I collected over $4,700 in dividends on Friday. After hours on Friday, we had Bank of America, EOG, and Devon Energy, all 3 of which paid me a total of over $4,700. So we got that going for us. So thanks for tuning in. I'll give you the 2023 update soon, maybe as soon as today. I want to get over to the gym, at least like blow the stink off and walk a little bit, because I'm just as fat can be right now for me and my frame. So I'm going to be working on that diligently and keeping you posted on that as well. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you in the next video.